Charles Barkley?
Best big man in basketball is back
He
tonight.
in Denver.
No, he's in Philadelphia. You guys are not going to have any answer for Joel Embiid.
What's the answer for old goat? Old goat day. What's that got there?
He's old, though. I'll give you that.
He is? He's old? Okay, well, we don't have the GOAT mask today,
No,
Shannon.
it's coming out tomorrow.
Unfortunately, maybe tomorrow. But how about we begin
I
the
want
show
that same energy.
by talking about a different GOAT. Skip's GOAT. Tom Brady has been having a blast with his new team, according to his father, Tom Sr. He told the Boston Herald that his son has expressed genuine joy in seeing his teammates reach the Super Bowl for the first time. He also commented on Bill Belichick, though, saying after the Patriots' 7-9 season that Bill is, quote, on the hot seat right now. So, Shannon, what do you read into his comments?
It's easy to say Tom is having fun because he's in the Super Bowl. I want to know if his father would have said Tom had fun if they were 6-10. Had they not made it to the playoffs? Had they lost in the first round of the playoffs? Had they lost in the championship game? Because, Skip, you remember, I think it was Super Bowl, they played the Eagles, and Lane Johnson says, I know they've won a bunch of titles, but they don't have any fun. They're so robotic, and everybody's over there says the same thing. That's not fun. Tom Brady said winning is fun.
Well,
so that's
true.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
So his dad says he's having fun.
Yeah.
Is he genuinely having fun, or is it because they're winning? The question I would like to pose to Tom and Tom's father: would he trade more fun at practice, more being able to be himself for any of those 6 titles that he won in New England?
Well,
No, he would not.
no, but,
okay then.
but still, is he having fun?
He's
Yes.
Skip. Winning is fun.
Okay.
So the question I ask you, so this is not rhetorical, I'm asking you, had Tom Brady not reached the playoffs, would he still be having fun?
Okay, if Shannon Sharp hadn't reached the playoffs 3 times, would he have 3 Super Bowl rings?
No, Skip.
It's like he did it.
No, Skip.
Yes.
Skip. I won 3 Super Bowls and had fun every step of the way.
Okay.
If nobody ever thought I was mechanical, no one ever thought when Shannon's being controlled, they just do this, everybody has to be a certain way. I was able to be myself. You said it yourself. Tom was not allowed to be himself. Others have said Tom wasn't allowed to be himself.
Okay, do you think Tom Brady is having more fun right now with Bruce Arians and his new young Tampa team, more fun than he ever had with any of the Patriot teams?
Skip, there's really no way to definitively say because he's in the same situation. He's winning. You could only judge a situation if you're not enjoying the same level. Now, there are some people, Skip, that just genuinely hate going to the job. There's a lot of people, Skip, work jobs 20, 30 years, and they genuinely hated the job. There's no question. Tom loves his job, but what he loves more than being able to compete at the highest level and win while doing his job. And even though he transferred teams, he transferred locations, not jobs, locations. You know, sometimes you can transfer you to have the same job, but just go to and move to a different city. That's what Tom did. But he's still having the same level of success. But Skip, you know what happens, Skip, when a parent, significant other, someone close to said player says something, you know what people assume, where that came from. So I'm happy for him. Before I turn it over to you, Skip, Mr. Brady Sr., Coach Belichick is in a situation like Coach K. He's in a situation like Coach John Wooden, Coach Dean Smith. Without scandal, they retire when they want to, on their terms. Coach Belichick's not going anywhere. He's not on any hot seat. That seat is not even on. As a matter of fact, it's in New England, Skip, and they didn't even turn the heating seats on. Coach Belichick is just fine. He's built up that kind of cachet in New England, so he's not on the hot seat.
Who did you list? Wooden, Coach K, who else did you say?
Coach Smith, Dean Smith.
Dean Smith. Did any of those 3 coaches over the expanse of their brilliant careers, did they have a constant player who was with them the whole way?
No. You don't
no.
it's
Obviously, they would come and go.
Yeah, 4 years if you're lucky.
You're right. Okay. Until this year, Bill Belichick had a constant player at quarterback for the 20 years that he had great success in New England. Because remember, he was 14 games under 500 when Tom Brady fell out of heaven into his lap as a head coach in Cleveland, and then for the start of his career in New England, he was 14 games under 500.
Yes.
So after that, he did have a constant for those many years, right?
You're right. But if you look at all the other turnovers, Coach Belichick did not view Tom Brady in any different light than any of the other guys that he turned over. That's why he let him go, Skip, because he believed Tom Brady was just like any other great player. He'd had a player that quick, but any player, any great player that he's had, he felt he could replace him.
A cog in the system.
Yes, yes.
Tom Brady was just another cog in the system.
We know that not to be true, but that's how Coach Belichick viewed it.
Okay. I stand by what I've told you for 4 years, almost. We're going into our 5th year on this show.
Okay.
Tom Brady was 75% of why the New England Patriots became a dynasty. And I'll give Coach Belichick 25%. But now we're back to your premise on this show that you have expressed to me dozens of times on live television. When somebody near the athlete in question speaks, a family member or a close friend, you must assume that they heard these sentiments directly from the horse's mouth.
That is correct, yes.
I assume with all my heart and soul that all of the above came from Tom Jr. This is Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Sr. speaking on behalf of Jr.
That's correct.
And he is speaking exactly what Jr. has expressed to him many times
what was conveyed to
in
him.
Private phone conversations.
Correct.
Correct?
Yes.
And there's always some surprise to me that Tom hasn't said, Dad, you got to stop talking to the media. But he never tells him to stop because he has consistently spoken to the Boston media, to anybody who wants to talk to him. And this is yet another time he's spoken to the Boston Herald, because he's done this many times with the same reporter.
But here's the thing, though, Skip. Mr. Brady does not speak often. So when he speaks, it carries even more weight, because it's not like he's like Jerry Jones out there every week.
Yep.
It's not something like that.
No, he doesn't like have a radio gig.
No, but I'm saying, if he wanted to, he could have a radio gig to talk about how well his son is playing and what his son is doing. He could have a gig. So when he speaks, you better listen.
Okay. And by the way, just for the record, the story broke a couple of days back that both Tom Sr. and his wife, who's fought through breast cancer, got COVID early in this football season.
Oh, man.
And Tom had to fight through that. So it was another distraction for Tom early in this football season, as he was trying to teach a fairly young team and a new coaching staff how this works, how to do it, how to win at the highest level. So that's why I think it's an even more so season for the ages for Tom Brady. Now, let's break this down in 2 phases here of what Tom Sr. said. Okay, the first sentiment I thought you would hit hard on, but we'll hit it right now, is Tom Sr. says that Jr. is every bit as much enthused about winning the Super Bowl this year for his teammates than he is for himself. Well, a lot of people are going to call baloney on that. Maybe even Shannon Sharpe will call baloney, because it's like too good to be true. Wait a second. Tom cares even more about how happy he is for his teammates than he is for himself as he continues to build his GOAT legacy. Well, that's the Brady I have known through others to be true, to be that he's authentically that guy. Okay, do you buy it?
No.
Okay, I didn't think you would buy it, but again...
Because I've been in that situation. And while everybody's saying win one for John, my team is like, hell, I want one too. He doesn't have one, I don't have one. So if he wins one, I get one too. It wasn't Skip. And I'm not saying Tom wants to skip. So Tom understands what this Super Bowl would mean. Number 7, without Coach Belichick, and as you said, he does this, there's no question in your mind, he gets 75% of the credit. Now, the question I'm having for you, let's say Coach Belichick, within the next couple of years, he wins a Super Bowl. Now, where are you with the credit?
I'm just right where I was.
So you're going to be 75 no matter what?
Because I'm going to say good luck to you and Coach Belichick winning a Super Bowl the next couple of years. I don't see it.
Well, Skip, there's a lot of quarterbacks out there.
That cupboard looks really bare to me, even besides quarterback.
Yeah, the quarterback market is good, but the things around the quarterback in his market look very bad.
I don't get it. I don't know where they're heading, but I didn't know where they're heading post-Brady last year. Okay, so this is the Brady I've heard about from so many ex-players who played with him, that they got so close to him, black players, white players, whatever color players, that when they see him now, he is prone to greeting them by kissing them on the cheek. I've never heard of that before. And again, this is the quarterback that I always tell you is shattering the mold of of what a franchise quarterback, a superstar quarterback is supposed to be. He doesn't act like a superstar quarterback. He doesn't perform like a superstar quarterback in the mind's eye of the common viewer, because he's not a highlight waiting to happen. He's not Patrick Mahomes throwing no looks or behind the back or left-handed passes.
Right.
He doesn't do that.
Well, Skip, I will concede this. Listening to NFL, inside the NFL, and listening to the conversation that he's having with his teammates. I mean, yeah, John and I spoke. John and me and my other quarterback spoke.
John Elway.
John Elway. But I see how they interact with Tom and how he interacts with them. There's a genuine like. There's a genuine feeling of, man, he's out there doing it. Let's go. Compete at the highest level and win while doing his job. And even though he transferred teams, he transferred